Hey guys, Cameron with CPM Reviews here, and we're on the road to Infinity War. We're reaching the home stretch, and this episode is about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was directed by James Gunn, and it stars Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista. It also has the voices of Bradley Cooper as Rocket and Vin Diesel as Baby Groot. We also have a new villain in this, Ego, who is being played by Kurt Russell. Before I get into this, I would like to give a special thank you to all my subscribers who watch my content. I appreciate you very much. If you're not a subscriber, but you're a fan of what I post here, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss a single video. Back to the story. It picks up right where the first Guardians left off. They are actually on a mission for the Sovereign to protect some Quarnox batteries, I think is what they're called.
What are they called again?
Annulax batteries.
Arbulary batteries.
That's nothing like what I just said.
From this giant whatever monster, and the fight is all contained within the opening credit scene. It's unique, it's fun, it happens, let's go on. Rocket steals some batteries, leading to a completely side story that's almost superfluous. And they're escaping the Sovereign, and they run into somebody who has the power to defeat all of the Sovereign fleet with a wave of his hand. This is Ego, the living planet, but he's in human form, played by Kurt Russell. Turns out Star-Lord is actually the son of Ego. Comes to find out, Star-Lord has these powers he never knew about, and the powers, pretty much are strengthened when he's on the planet that Ego has technically created. And there's some things going on behind the scenes. Come to find out, he's actually trying to use Star-Lord to take over the universe and make everything in his own image. And the Guardians find this out before Peter finds it out. Peter finds it out, and they all come together in this big giant fight, and then the Sovereign swing in and they put in their 2 cents. They fight Ego and they beat Ego, and that's pretty much the story. So what's the big takeaway from this? I didn't like it. This is the latest Marvel movie that I just wasn't a big fan of. Let me go through each character piece by piece, just real quick, just real quick. You've got Star-Lord, who is our connection from the movie to the audience. He is how we see the movie and the characters within the movie, and I just feel like we don't really get that connection this time. Sure we get a little bit of the comedy, but I just don't feel like it's there. I'm gonna skip Gamora real quick, and I'm gonna go to Drax. Now Drax, in my opinion, he's a little bit funnier than he should be, but still, I still liked his character in this. But he's funnier than I feel like than he should have been. Rocket is this damaged character. I did like the fact that he uses these really, sarcastic quips and things like that to really hide the hurt that he has. He's not making jokes for jokes' sake. He's making jokes to cover up pain. And that leads me to Baby Groot. I disliked everything about Baby Groot. I thought that Baby Groot was used to put in jokes and levity where we didn't need it. I went and watched this with my brother and sister opening weekend, and we have a rule. I'm not allowed to talk about the movie until we get in the car, away from the credits and everything. And we got in the car, and my first words were, I didn't like Baby Groot, so she kicked me out the car. And here comes Gamora. And with the exception of Rocket, I feel like Gamora is the only character that's in this movie that was done right. You see the skepticism that she has with everything she's being told because of her background. You see how she has sister issues with Nebula in this movie, and you see that she actually does care about her teammates, but she doesn't have to go about it in a joking manner. She doesn't conform to the rest of the group. She stands her own, and she's her own person. So I think that even though Rocket was really well done in this, I think that Gamora is most true to her comic book source. When everybody's trying to make with the jokey jokes, I just feel like the movie loses its path because it's so busy trying to be a comedy that it's forgotten to try to tell a compelling story. Gamora didn't fall into that trap. So that's why I skipped her and saved her for next to last. Because we gotta talk about Yondu. Yondu has a redemption arc in this movie, and it's really well done. He actually has the best line in the movie. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all! It's a great line. It's awesome. When I saw it, I laughed. Even though I was tired with everybody making with the jokey jokes, that jokey joke landed like a pro. So I loved that. And the last thing I want to talk about is not actually a character or a story related thing, but it's the visuals. I think this one is a large step back from Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, the visuals were so stunning. If I had to give it, a score just on the visuals, it'd be a perfect score. Even though the car crash looked a little bit everything else looked so awesome. And I can't even come close to saying this about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So much of it looks fake and CG. The CG is supposed to be used to accentuate the story, and you're not supposed to even notice that it's there, but it sticks out like a sore thumb in so many parts, from the time that they first get to Ego's planet to the time where they're having to fight Ego and Peter is utilizing the power that he possesses within the planet. Looks so bad, looks so fake. Looks like they needed to have like 3 or 4 more passes of rendering to make it look more realistic, and that is quite possibly the biggest sin of this movie. I should have really loved it, especially considering that it was coming off of the first Guardians, which the first Guardians had no platform to jump off of, and they knocked it out of the park. This one, some people liked it a lot more than me, and that's fine. I just didn't. I just couldn't get on board.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is a really good movie. I liked it better than the first one because there are more people involved in the second one. And my favorite character is Baby Groot because he's tiny and cute. And my favorite scene is when, in the beginning, Baby Groot is dancing instead of fighting. And my least favorite character is Ego, because he's a traitor and he killed all of his children and he's trying to kill the Star-Lord. You should watch it.
Now, if I'm completely honest with you, the first time I saw this movie, I thought it was okay. The second time I saw it, I got it. If you've only seen it once, if you didn't much like it, do yourself a favor, give it another shot. There is so much going on in this movie. So many little touches, little details that you don't catch, or that maybe you weren't watching for, that it shines on the second viewing. Now, at the same time, the problems that the movie has don't go away, and most of those stem from our villain. Kurt Russell gives an amazing performance. He is so much fun as Ego, but there are some problems there. First off, we saw Celestials in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, so when Ego says that he is a Celestial, but he takes the form of a planet, and you already know that there's a character in the Marvel Universe, Ego the Living Planet, and that didn't work for me. I like the classic Kirby Celestials, these big humanoid faceless figures that everybody's afraid of, and they're some of the most powerful beings in the entire universe. Next is a sense of scale. Ego works as a villain at a personal level. You look at the pain that he caused Peter, you look at the things that he's done in his past, and he works on a cosmic level. This is a guy that wants to be the only living thing in the universe. That is his plan, that's what the expansion is. It's kind of like with Dormammu and Doctor Strange. You've got a really, really, really big bad. Are you using him as best you could? I wonder if maybe Ego's plan wasn't just a little too big for one movie. But that's really my only problem with it. I love that this movie operates on things not being what they seem. From the Sovereign attack craft turning out to be drones, to Ego turning out to be our villain, to Yondu really kind of turning out to be Peter's dad, even if he wasn't his father. And that's the emotional heart of the movie. Family, fatherhood, so many great things going on. Standout performances all around. We get a great cameo from Sylvester Stallone, another great cameo from David Hasselhoff, maybe the best cameo yet from Stan Lee. Next up, let's talk about the soundtrack, because you can't talk about a Guardians of the Galaxy movie without talking about the music. The song selection in this one, just like the first time, a lot of surprise hits, a lot of B-sides, a lot of music maybe you didn't know, maybe you did, maybe you like now and didn't care about before. The songs really reflect the themes in the movie. The very first one that we hear is Lakeshore Drive. Well, spoilers, it's not about a street called Lakeshore Drive. Think about it. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it. If you've seen it once, maybe didn't think much of it, I would recommend watching it again.
Ho-ho! All right, here we go. We are in the home stretch. The last 3 movies that we have to review are Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, and Black Panther. Black Panther is going to be a special video because I've already given my non-spoiler review of Black Panther. I will not be talking about Black Panther, but it will be you guys. Just send in your reviews on Black Panther and I will feature it in a video that is going to be all you. So send those in to comicbookquizbowl@gmail.com. If I use them, you have a chance to possibly win the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe on Blu-ray. So send those videos in, and if I use them, you get those bonus entries. So that's it for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. What'd you guys think? Was I a little harsh? Was I on the money? Let me know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And if you're new here and haven't done it already, subscribe to my channel. Share this video with all your friends. And as always, this is Cameron with CBM Reviews. We'll see you next time.